Moo. Now, if you're wondering what the f is going on, like Carl Mooks here, I'm sure one of my lovely 200k subscriptions would gladly explain it to you. But cows? What don't they get? Laughing my arse off. You should have said our cow thing. He'd understand by the looks of his profile picture. Carl Mooks. Communism. From each according to his cow. From each according to his cow. Sees the milk of production. Cow.
Trademark.
Is love. Cow.
Trademark.
Is eternal. Cow.
Trademark.
Is the backbone of this YouTube channel and deserves respect. Is it a furry thing? I'm also confused. All hail our cow overlords. So this is a 200k special. And in case you don't know, all videos on this channel are written and produced by the cow. So to celebrate her achievement, this video shall be a love letter to cows. This might be the most important video I'll ever make, because it's not conservative women who need to take back the culture, it's cows! In the UK, we unfortunately use the word cow as pejorative slang for women we dislike. Like it's an insult. Oh, you're calling me a cow? These beautiful, majestic creatures with gorgeous long eyelashes and sensual curves? Well, that backfired because I consider that extremely flattering. Moo. Now, let's get to the video. What are we doing here? Apart from celebrating the editor cow, well, I would like to talk about the role of cows in pop culture. I rather naively thought that there wasn't much representation. But after posting on my community tab asking for examples of cows in pop culture, I was shook. You all came through, especially this person who commented a whole thesis. As it happens, they have a master's degree in cow culture studies. So today, I will be doing a definitive ranking of cows in pop culture. That's it. That's the video. Shall we begin? So I guess I should explain my ranking system. I'm sure the vast majority of you have seen tier ranking videos before, but if you haven't, it's usually ranked with the best at the top and the worst at the bottom. Or alternatively, the most intense at the top with the most lukewarm at the bottom. Capiche? Let's go from the top. And this category I have named will go down in history. I mean, don't think we need much explanation there, do we? Second, we've got fashion icons. Don't think I need to explain that one either. And then third, we've got beautiful, even by human standards. Now, I will explain this one. Do I personally think that cows are majestic and beautiful and some of the most gorgeous creatures on the planet? Hell yeah, I do. However, I have a feeling that most people don't think like me on this topic. I feel like this intense appreciation for cows is kind of exclusive to our community of little subscriptions and a rather large country in Asia. However, unfortunately, I think most people in this world don't understand just how special cows are. So the reason for naming this category beautiful even by human standards is that these are the cows that are so gorgeous that even a non-vegan, non-animal liking person would admit, oh damn, she's gorgeous, even for a human. Now, you might think, that's really high praise. Why is that below fashion icons? And it was the season 7 winner of RuPaul's Drag Race, Violet Chachki, that said,
I will not tolerate a lack of style. You could be butt ugly, but if you have cute style, we'll let it go.
being beautiful is winning the genetic lottery, but having refined taste, that's a craft and an art that I would argue deserves more praise. For the penultimate category, can count on you, but might not remember you. Can count, get it? So these are examples of cows that, are perfectly reliable and good friends, but just don't reach that icon status. And finally, for the bottom tier, this is bull! A preliminary title for this category was I've Got Beef With You. But then I realised that would probably not be a good look, considering this channel is about appreciating cows, not eating them. Anyway, okay, shall we just get to the ranking then? I was originally thinking that I would do this in alphabetical order, but...
Let's just be chaotic.
So, starting with a bang, we've got Otis from Barnyard. Now, in case you don't know, this was a kids movie and TV show as well from 2007, I want to say, about cows, obviously. And the comment suggesting that I discuss Otis was the most liked comment on my community post, so I had to talk about him. Now, why is Otis so talked about? Well, he's a trans icon. And yeah, I also thought that was a joke, but then I looked into it and, well, the theory comes from the fact that Otis has udders, but presents as a male cow and is a male character. Now, there is an article discussing this in depth, and it debates whether Otis is actually trans or if he just has udders by mistake or because they thought it would be more cow-like for kids to understand. But there's even more evidence for this claim, which is a clip from the film. Roll the clip.
I remember when I used to sit out here with your sister.
I don't have a sister.
Oh, yeah. That was you, wasn't it?
I mean, did they, in a kids movie? In 2007? Amazing. Okay, so obviously, Otis is gonna go down in history. Anyways, let's talk about the cows from 101 Dalmatians, one of my favourite films ever. Okay, here they are, the gals. See, this be a tricky one because on the one hand, they're only in the film for a couple of minutes, but they look after the puppies. They keep them safe. They potentially save them from Cruella, who we do not stan on this channel. I mean, okay, here's the thing. I think I'm a bit biased because it is one of my favourite films, but I would argue that they are incredibly important to the puppies ending up alive. So, you know what? Feel free to argue with me in the comments. I'm putting them in will go down in history. I'm doing it. If you don't like it,
Unsubscribe.
please don't do that. Next, we've got Mrs. Cow from Peppa Pig.
Cheese! Cheese! Yum, yum.
This is going to be a really long-winded analysis, but stay with me. I can't remember what video it was. It was one of Casey Aonzo's videos where she was talking about... yes, she was doing a tier list of celebrity quarantine blunders, and she had a tier called Goop Lab Employee. Okay, for those who are very uninitiated, Goop is Gwyneth Paltrow's brand of medicine, beauty, and she sold a candle which she claimed smelled like her vagina. Mrs. Cow selling smelly cheese
I've got a very smelly cheese here.
is giving me Goop Lab employee energy.
Maybe Daddy Pig should give it a sniff.
It's giving me the same energy as selling a candle that smells like your vagina. So maybe I should have a Goop Lab employee category. But in the categories I have made here, I'm sorry, you're not gonna like this. Okay, I'm sorry, don't cancel me, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I just don't like cheese. That's my justification. Okay, so here we've got Hey Diddle Diddle Cow, which is a nursery rhyme that I was not familiar with before this. And it's cute, it's wholesome, helping the kids get to sleep. You know, we appreciate that. But will I remember you? Probably not. Sorry. Okay, so here we've got Benny from Dora the Explorer. So my first instinct would have been to say, can count on you but might not remember you, which I actually think is a mistake. He is the sidekick, but he's hella fashionable. Like that bandana and the eyebrows matching with the tip of his tail. I mean, that coordination. Yeah, I'm gonna say he's a fashion icon. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So next we've got Babe the Blue Ox, which if I remember correctly is a little Disney short film, and it's based on a legend. There's these statues somewhere in North America, and the blue ox is friends with the giant or something. I mean, I can't really remember, so I think we know what that means. Sorry, babe. Next, we've got an anime example. Love me some anime. Well, actually, I don't want to say that because then people will be like, what's your favourite anime? And I'll be like, My Neighbor Totoro, probably the most famous Studio Ghibli anime. I'm not knowledgeable about it. I just enjoy the anime that I have seen. Okay, so this is Momu from the Grand Line, and I have not seen the Grand Line. However, I do like me a septum piercing. I would quite like to get a septum piercing, so that is a fashion icon. Clara Belle. I mean, Disney, I know you're supposed to be making kids content, but she probably made the people feel some kind of way. Just saying. So yeah, obviously she's beautiful even by human standards. I aspire to have lips like that. In fact, people get injections to have lips like that. So, cool. That was easy. Oh, this motherfucker. Right, let's talk about the Chick-fil-A cow. Capitalist pig. Or capitalist cow. Anyway, so there's two ways of looking at this. Now, you could argue that this cow was just doing what she needed to do to survive. And if that meant throwing chickens under the bus, then, you know, she had no choice. But we all need to be allies, you know? Girl. I mean, in fairness, she does look like she's being held hostage. Okay, so when I say this, you know what, actually, I'm not going to be too harsh on her. I am going to put her in the this is bull category. But I understand that, you know, her hands were tied. Her hooves were tied. Okay, so next we've got the cow from Cow and Chicken. Love me some Nickelodeon. I don't actually remember this show very well. So for me, personally, this cow doesn't have a lot of significance because I can't actually remember the show. I'm not totally sure I watched it, but I know that this cow is very iconic and lots of people mentioned him in the comments. So I can't just think about things from my perspective. I've got to think about, you know, the cow community as a whole. And just because he doesn't do it for me, doesn't mean he isn't important for the cow community. So I will put him in will go down in history. I think that makes sense. Okay. Oh, next, the laughing cow. Now, I have some feelings about this one. So similarly to the Chick-fil-A cow, I understand that this cow is doing what she needs to do, but laughing about it? At least the Chick-fil-A cow looks guilty. No, this is bull. This is bull laughing cow, and you know it. Okay, so next we've got Click Clack Moo Cow, which is a little story about cows trying to use a typewriter. And here's the thing, not only do they use a typewriter, but they go on strike. I mean, this is Animal Farm for the modern day. I mean, if that's not iconic, I don't know what is. Cow comrades. Okay, next we've got Ermintrude. Fashion icon. I mean, look at that look. There's no discussion to be had here. Fashion icon. Okay, next we've got Home on the Range. So here's the thing, I haven't seen it. I've seen clips from it. This is hard because I have personal feelings, but I also don't want to get cancelled. I do like the hats and the bells, they look good, but are they like iconically fashion? Okay, you know what? I feel like I'm gonna lose some of you, but oh, that did hurt because I can predict some backlash, but next we've got Annabelle from Annabelle's Wish, who's so cute. So that is a film about a cow that wants to be a reindeer. And that is so cute and wholesome, and I love that for her. And, you know, it takes a lot of guts to be who you truly are. So, yeah, obviously that will go down in history. Love you, Annabelle. Okay, next we've got Gladys from Sesame Street.
The correct term, my dear, is a simple, distinguished cow.
You can't deny Gladys is drop dead gorgeous. If I was a cow, I would ask Gladys on a date. Beautiful, even by human standards. Okay, this one I have some opinions. This is Mary Moo from Arthur, which is obviously one of the best kids shows. But here's the thing, Mary Moo has a song about feet.
Your toes would roll around inside your shoes if you didn't have feet to attach them to. Feet. Feet, 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 feet.
And you know how I feel about feet. I've said it before and I'll say it again. None of that feet shit in here. This is bull, Mary Moo. Okay, let's talk about the tractors from Cars. I mean, that whole film is a mindfuck already. I just don't appreciate it. I just don't think it's a very empowering representation of cows. So I think it's bull. So next, we've got Heifer Wolf from Rocco's Modern Life. Now, my first thought was, okay, we'll go down in history, right? Because, you know, he's pretty iconic. However, he's really fashionable. Like, I'm loving all these primary colours and the green hair. I mean, he's pulling it off better than Halsey did. Okay, this is going to be controversial, but I'm going to say Heifer's a fashion icon. Oh, this is one of my personal favourites, and that is the cow waitress from BoJack Horseman. She's the working girl, she's the woman of the people, working a minimum wage job, having to serve people steak. She gets given $8 million by mistake, but still continues working at the diner. And best of all, our girl be breaking the stigma of breastfeeding in public.
Angle.
We love that for her. Break those breastfeeding taboos. Obviously, she's gonna go down in history. I'm running out of space in the top category, aren't I? Melissa from Bob's Burgers. For those who aren't acquainted with Bob's Burgers, it's set in a diner where a family serve burgers. Like beef burgers. Yes, it's very un-vegan. I know. But in fairness, BoJack also not very vegan. So, you know. Now, this episode is pretty iconic. Melissa is being held outside by a vegan protester who's making a documentary all about the diner and how they eat cows. And the eponymous Bob from Bob's Burgers has a bit of a crisis. Not just because he's questioning his whole job and life, but also because Melissa turns out to be a male cow, and Bob has one of his first of many bisexual awakenings in the show.
Kiss me.
No, I can't do that.
You can and you want to.
Okay, one quick one, because I owe you. Maybe not. Maybe we shouldn't.
Oh, we should, absolutely.
Oh my God, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm about to kiss a cow.
Yeah.
If I could put Melissa in two categories, I would, because I think that episode will go down in history. But, okay, you know what? I'm going to go for beautiful, even by human standards, because she led to someone having a bisexual awakening. Okay, next we've got the Countess from Pee-wee's Playhouse, which I also had not seen. So I just watched a couple of clips, and she was, hands down, a scene stealer. And she looks gorgeous in those pearls. She just wants to be a star. Fashion icon or beautiful even by human standards? Fashion icon, beautiful even by human standards. Fashion icon, beautiful even by human standards. I'm gonna go beautiful even by human standards. Elsie. Elsie. So, to explain who Elsie is, Elsie was the mascot for a dairy company called Borden. And she was meant to be like the symbol of the perfect dairy product. And she was a real cow. So they had this real cow that they dressed up and used as a mascot, which is sketchy, but it gets even weirder. But yeah, no, free Elsie. So I'm gonna say this is bull. I don't blame her, but this is bull. Next we've got Ferdinand. Oh, Ferdinand. 2 films, and basically it's about a bull that doesn't want to fight and he just wants to sniff the flowers. He just doesn't want to be restrained by toxic masculinity. We'll go down in history. Ooh, Lactate Cow, who I find kind of uncanny.
Try Lactate. It's real milk without that annoying lactose. Good, right?
Yeah.
Good, right?
Yeah.
I got your back.
The way she's animated, there's something very human about her. But she is very beautiful, so I'm gonna say she's beautiful, even by human standards. Next, we've got Milka Cow. I mean, would I remember this? No. So, can count on you, but might not remember you. Almost certainly won't remember you, Milka Cow. I'm sorry. Oh, we got Milk Tank Pokemon. Very cute, like all Pokemon, but I've got to say, of all the ones we've talked about today, are you very memorable? It hurts me to do this, but I'm sorry. I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that, but... And next, we've got Patty from Animal Crossing, which I have not played. I love a girl who can pull off orange and yellow and bright colours in general. So yeah, she's a fashion icon as far as I'm concerned. We've only got 2 left. Okay, next we've got Skinny Cow. Ooh, so Skinny Cow is this brand of diet desserts, I'd say, or diet yogurts.
Skinny Cow ice cream cookies, definitely the fairest of them all.
And obviously, you know, there's some commentary to be made on diet culture, but the way she's looking at me with those eyes, I'm sorry, she's beautiful. She's so beautiful. So last but definitely not least, the cow plant from Sims. Sims 2, 3 and 4. I don't know if it's in Sims 1, but we don't care about Sims 1. I love the cow plant. I mean, iconic. It's the perfect way to get rid of a sim that you don't want anymore. Though this plant does not eat children. So if you're wanting to kill off your kids' sims, you have to find another way. I'm running out of room in this will go down in history category, aren't I? Bloody hell. I better make some room. So I shall squeeze that cow plant in. To the people that are bothered by the fact that these aren't lined up at all, I am very sorry. So yeah, that's our ranking. I rather enjoyed that. But yeah, thank you so much for 200k subscriptions. I'm so grateful to have such a lovely, supportive community. And it's so nice to see that it's filled with such lovely, warm and welcoming people. Like, you can really tell whenever we do premieres, the chat is just so wholesome and welcoming. And I never have to kick anyone out. It's a really wonderful feeling. So yeah, thank you so much. Tell me which of these you agreed with, you disagreed. What cows did I miss? But yeah, thank you so much. Dog bless. Now let's do our pet shout out of the video. Except this time it's a montage of subscription cows. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye now. Enjoy the cows. Enjoy the cows. Oh, and one more thing, I forgot to say. Thank you to the lovely subscription that sent me all the photos from Nima Sanctuary in Romania. And it's Romania's first farm animal sanctuary, and it is so wholesome and cute, as I'm sure you saw in the pictures. The cows are so pretty, oh gosh, and look, this pig, Ruby, she had a birthday party with pizza. So yeah, in honour of this special, you can buy a bale of hay for cows. So I decided to buy 100 bales of hay. So yeah, I thought that would be fun. Just wanted to add that. So you can go check out Nima Sanctuary. They have a Patreon and a PayPal, and it's very cute and very wholesome.